Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at, well, primarily Mara stock. We have a breakout out of the channel that I was talking about. If we get that, expect an explosive move. I talked about it in my video yesterday over the weekend. So Mara is giving us that huge strong breakout pretty much out of that channel. So that was one of the plays to take the position and definitely take some partial profits, by the end of the day. But we'll take a look at what from here Mara will be giving us. Like, is it now just continuing higher up from here? How to trade? We'll take a look at that. I'll also take you over MSTR, Riot, Coinbase. Riot is also showing some move, but I'll talk about that when we just talk about Riot here in just a second. And then Ethereum and Bitcoin as well, because there are some structural changes as I expect, as I mentioned, that if Bitcoin does, there may be some moves coming in. So that also happens. So let's take a look at all of that in this video. Before that, though, I want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. Please do your own thing. I'm just sharing my opinion here, nothing more than that. All right, so Mara, guys, this was the channel that I drew you on Mara yesterday, and I talked about that if we can get out of it, this is going to be a squeeze play to the upside. Otherwise, just leave it alone. So we got that. We got out of that channel, and we got a squeeze play to the upside. Now, what from here? So, guys, now Mara becomes, all the pullbacks on Mara becomes bullish. Mara is very simple to trade. If any pullback comes on this, as long as we stay above the level of $21.18, Mara is just fine. So what you have to watch is if any pullback comes on lower time frame, you have to see double bottom consolidations and all of those things forming. One of the positions today was to pretty much take out of that breakout zone, as I talked about in my video yesterday. So you don't want to miss out my videos if you want to be aware about all these plays. And yeah, the next pullback, anything if it comes until $21.20, that pullback is just going to be a buy on this. Structure on Mara is bullish again, and this thing can continue higher, either up straight up from here or even after pullbacks, as long as we stay above $21.20 area. All right, that's Mara. Really great move on this thing. Microstrategy, so MSTR. So this thing still continues to be weaker. You can see it's still rejected underneath of that blue box. Structure on this is not going to become bullish as long as we stay below this blue box. I drew you this in my video yesterday, and you can see we are still selling off there. So yeah, its structure on this is still to the downside. Riot. So Riot is the one where I would say, yes, we do have a green candle today, but it's definitely not going to go down now. Okay, it's definitely, I'm not quite sure though, guys, because Riot is not the one that gives huge moves. Okay, Riot is more like a once this move happens, a day or two it can be traded upside. So Riot gave this strong move today candle, right? Now for a couple of days, any pullback on this can be bought as long as it stays above this level of $9.62. That's all how I would trade it. Don't marry the stock. Don't, again, like if it continues to go up, just take partial profits out and keep holding whatever, but I would not expect much out of it still. Yeah, just looking at the price action, it's not that strong in my opinion, but it is still giving some moves. Coinbase. All right, Coinbase is an interesting one as well, because it got out of that blue box. And if you have seen my video yesterday on Coinbase with all these cryptos I did, that if we can get out of blue box, there is a possibility that we will continue all the way to $235. And that's where I said that you are watching then the next price action. All right, so if we continue up from here, sure, it can continue to the next level then as well. If we reject here, then you are watching 225. As long as we stay above that, this could very likely become a pivot. So in other words, right now, the Coinbase, when it broke that trend line, that was the short play down to that blue box. And then that's why I have these boxes for the structural areas. And now once we are getting out of it, we got the next play back to the upside. And now level by level, if it goes up, it can continue higher. I would not suggest shorting it as long as it's above $225.30 or so forth, right? So that's your Coinbase. Ethereum. So let's take a look at that. So guys, here's the thing. Ethereum, the level I provided to watch was this level of 3,440, around that level, right? I said that as long as if we can get above it, this can continue higher. We got that move today, right? On the day, it's breaking out of the structure back to the upside, right? So as long as Ethereum now stays above $3,443, it can continue higher. If on the lower time frame you see price action is still supporting, you can have a stop loss below this level, and this play can be continued higher. So yes, Ethereum looks like it has taken out the previous pivot resistance, and the structure on this can continue higher in my opinion. All right. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin similar just like Ethereum. So with Bitcoin, I talked about over the weekend that, let the levels load real quick, guys. Here we go. So I talked about if Bitcoin can get out and above of 62,000, almost, guys, again, I'm not going to be penny to penny perfect. So 62,470 area, this marked by my indicator. If we get out of it, you can expect some upside. We got that upside to 20 days moving average, and then it's selling off. However, Bitcoin can stay bullish or can continue still a couple of days higher, as long as at this point, well, if it doesn't break 62,470, if it does that, you can still take this mid area because that's where the volume and consolidation is. As long as it stays above that, it can still continue higher, but we have to see if this pivot forms. If any time this thing breaks 60,000 or even goes halfway below $61,500, just stay away from it. Otherwise, yeah, Bitcoin at this point can start to give some upside. This was a good consolidation and a structure break back again to the upside a little bit. For intraday, at least that happened. And now we have to see if it continues higher. All right. And again, you will have a stop loss regard. Oh, and one more thing, guys, if you are interested in getting access to my tools, that is all these, I have some bots as well, and then all these, levels that my indicator automatically marks, like this helps you in identifying, how the structure is looking like, where are the pivots point, and not just that, like what are the areas you should be focusing on for potential plays. Like if area breaks, you can trade an intraday long, and this all helps you in identifying what those areas are, right? So if this interests you, links to my tools are in the description below. Again, these are educational tools, and definitely very helpful to add to your arsenal, and to use them to make proper decisions for trading. All right, and yeah, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.